Been a bit since I've done one of these, eh? That sunrise is really beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. I love sunrises. I love sunsets. Beautiful marks of the beginning and end of a day. I have a rather interesting topic to talk about today. I think it's something that I've thought about a little bit. It's a very interesting idea, but it's one that we really do need to learn to stick by. One that we need to be integral towards. The idea of loyalty. It's such a fascinating concept because it doesn't necessarily always hold survival above for yourself above. Because you can be loyal to somebody and still put yourself into life-threatening situations that you could easily get out of if you didn't follow that person. There's so many things that could be easier to do if you weren't loyal. But why is loyalty important then? Loyalty is important because, especially in relationships, loyalty builds trust. Loyalty and fidelity to one person, or if you're in a poly, separate people, it builds a strong sense of trust and integrity. Always being with them, never leaving their side. Loyalty is, for relationships, very important. But the question is, here's an interesting question. When you're with somebody, and you're loyal to them, whether they are a friend or a lover, when do you stop being loyal? When does your own value, your own decisions, your own choices to leave them outweigh what they've done? It's important though. Especially in relationships is important. Integrity above all. To one person, to your partner, is very, very important. And honestly, it's kind of part of the reason why I couldn't be in a poly anymore. Partially because I'd been through a lot of heartbreaks and people leaving me. And not leaving the poly necessarily because of the poly, finding out later that some people left the poly because of me specifically. Or just relationships that I'd been in with that, or tried doing things with that, or even being friends with people, just that loss. It is, from what I've learned, from my personal experience, for me at least, a lot easier to be loyal to one person. Sure, you can try and balance a poly and be loyal to multiple people, but like it or not, you're always going to pick somebody. There's always going to be one person who you want more than everybody else. You can try to be as equal about it as you want, but everybody has that one person who they're in it for. There's not really an easy way to mitigate that much bias to where you can equally love everybody. You're always going to have somebody you want to spend more time with. And I've kind of come to realize that that was never the case for me with the poly that I was in. I was loved, but I wasn't the center of anybody's eye, really. I was either split with somebody else, or I was the secondary, or the third, whatever you want to, as far down the list you want to go. But loyalty is important. That trust, to be able to tell somebody anything and knowing, because of that strong sense of loyalty and fidelity to that one person, that they won't go behind your back or anything like that, is so important. I've had that happen to me so many times with people. Friends, lovers, it's just happened a lot. It has. So why are we loyal? Why do we stick our necks out for one person, no matter what? Because we care. Because people care. It shows how much you care about somebody. It shows how much you love somebody. And I finally found that myself. I found one person who I'm dedicated to for the rest of my life. And I know that I'll be with them for eternity. Unshakable bond. Also something that I did want to talk about. Sorry, just... coming back from hiatus. I'm not mentioned on Discord yet. I'm going to do that right after this video. I'm going to make an announcement there. But I am officially coming back from hiatus. Which means that group instances will be back on. For vrchat, I will be hosting those with my partner. I'll still be doing my streams as I do them. But there will be changes that people won't like, and that will be found out in time, that I don't really need to talk about in this video because they're more personal things. So I will discuss those with the people that they need to be discussed with as they come up. But yeah, I have my priorities. I know where I am. I know where I want to be in my life. From this hiatus, I have figured out who I am. I have figured out what I am. And I know what I want. And that is for me to know, and me to know only. I've figured out that I don't need to share every single personal detail with the world. That I don't need to be giving a justified reason for every single decision that I make, because guess what? It's my life. I get to choose what I fluffing want. Because it's my life, and I am putting my paw down about this. If I want something, if I want to do something, if I don't want to do something, it's my choice. I don't need to give a reason. It's just my choice. That's how it is. And that's how you guys should also live. Really, I've discovered that for myself. Why don't I share that with you? Do not let other people choose and dictate how to live your life. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it is your life. Yours. Not anybody else's. Just like it's my life. My life to live, my life to choose. Sure, I can take criticism from people, and people can offer their opinions on how I should do things, but at the end of the day, it is my decision. For years, high school even, middle school, elementary school, wallflower, clingy, trying to change myself to fit these groups of people who really didn't want me at the end of the day, but they just wouldn't say it. My whole life. I've kind of always been a people pleaser, but I'm done with that. I am done with that. And yeah, like I said, the meets will be being hosted. I'll be hosting them with my partner. I think I mentioned that already. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Why am I so itchy all of a sudden? It's hot as hell here. No, it's not even that hot. It's actually cooling down a bit. Thankfully. Fans running. I am gonna live my life how I see I should live it, and that is with my special someone. They've left their mark in my life. Because they're staying in my life. Forever. Nothing's changing that. I choose to remain loyal to them to the end. No matter what happens. They are my partner forever. So hey, things are going to be kind of going back to how they were, but also not. I'll still be doing my streams as I've been doing them. I've been doing more just adventure streams. I think actually might stream West of Loathing next after I finish doing the Dark Ages. But I am gonna be making some changes. Things are gonna be different. So just, and know that you don't have to agree with all my choices and how I want to live my life, but that's not up to you. That's not up to anybody. And same goes for you. If you make a choice in your life to do something, hell, so many people in their lives have chosen many things that did not necessarily go along with what I wanted or in my best interest. But that is their choice to make in their life. Like elementary school to middle school, being shunned out by an entire group of people who came over from my elementary school to the new public school we were going to. That hurt me a lot. They literally paid me to never talk to them again, but that was their choice at the end of the day. And it also showed me where their priorities lay. And I learned that I needed to find people who cared. My life, my choice. Nobody else's. All right. So, hope to see some of you guys at the meetup this coming weekend, hopefully. And everybody else who doesn't come or doesn't want to or is just here to see a cool video, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. And also, yes, my name on Twitch, same name as it is on here. And also, don't forget to check out the Throne page linked in my link tree down below. It's got some pretty neat stuff in there that can help me out if you are so interested. I am still trying to get employed. I am still trying to get a job, but any little extra care package does help. Take care, y'all. And as always, see you in the next one. Now if I can just find the button. There it is. Later, skaters!